Nick here from Less Steelers Guy. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 free agents this offseason. First off, we have number 10, Landon Collins, safety for the Giants. He's a young, good safety. He's probably would have been Defensive Player of the Year in 2016, but he didn't get it. He did get hurt with a shoulder injury this year, so that kind of doesn't help him. But I feel like he's a really good young safety for any team that needs a good, strong defensive player to help out their defense this season. Number 9, Frank Clark, defensive end Seattle. He's a young, good pass rusher. He had 32 sacks in 3 seasons, so it's over 10 sacks a season. He's averaging. He had 66 QB hits. If you're looking for another young defensive pass rusher, you're probably looking at Frank Clark, but he's definitely one of the top defensive ends of this offseason, so that's why I have him at number 9. 9, we have Dee Ford, outside linebacker for the Chiefs. Dee Ford's definitely the best outside linebacker in this draft, free agency. He had a really good season 2 years ago. He had a really good season this year. His breakout season was definitely 2017, but he's probably the best outside linebacker in this draft. The only problem is if the Chiefs could franchise tag him and make him not a free agent anymore and have him signed for another year. That's the only problem with him, is there's a chance that he would not be a free agent this offseason. Number 7, we have Earl Thomas, safety from Seattle. Earl Thomas is definitely on the second half of his career. He's not as good as he used to be, but still he's up there. One of the best safeties in the league. He had the last 2 years, he ended the year with injuries, but he finished this year with 3 interceptions in 2 weeks before he got hurt. The only problem with him is he's pretty high maintenance, but he's 30 years old and he still plays at a high level, so that's a really good option if you're looking for a safety. Number 6, Trey Flowers, defensive end, Patriots. He's not your normal pass rusher. He's more of like a hybrid pass rusher and run stopper. He's really good at just getting after the ball no matter where it is. He's a pretty good player, and he's just a really disruptive presence on that championship team this year for the Patriots. 5, we have Grady Jarrett, D tackle for the Falcons. He's a really good run stopper. He's pretty big, and he's a really good interior defensive lineman. The only problem with him is the possibility of the Falcons re-signing him or franchise tagging him. Number 4, Nick Foles. There's a lot about Nick Foles. He's a really good playoff quarterback. He's just a really good quarterback. He's 29, so he's still pretty young. He's got 5+ years left. Sign him to a contract, but he needs to be in a team that's going to give him a good system, like the Jaguars or the Broncos. Even the Broncos just got Flacco. If you want to see my list of top 5 places Nick Foles could land this offseason, please go check out the video up in the card. There's lots of places he could end up, but those are just a few options I have. So we have Jadeveon Clowney, defensive end from the Texans. He's just a freak pass rusher. He plays outside linebacker. He plays defensive end. The biggest thing with him is that it would make no sense if the Texans didn't franchise tag him and get him for another year and try to re-sign him. So that would not make him a free agent, but he's just a freak athlete, and I feel like he could end up anywhere and thrive. Number 2, Le'Veon Bell. There's a lot to be said about Le'Veon Bell. He sat out. He's just not. It's more about the money right now. He really wants to play in Miami. If you want to see a video where I go over the top 6 locations for Le'Veon Bell this offseason, I'll put that up in the card. But there's a couple options there for where Le'Veon Bell could land, but it's all up to who's willing to give him the best money and the best chance. Number 1, the best athlete in this free agency Demarcus Lawrence, defensive end, Cowboys. He's just a really good pass rusher. He's got 10.5 sacks this year, 14 last year. He's top 5 pass rushing every year, last couple of years. He's just a really good pass rusher, and I don't think the Cowboys will resign him because he wants a big contract, but any team that does sign him will get a really good pass rusher, hopefully strengthen up their defense, and that's about it. Go leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here, and thanks for watching.